Hey there guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another best class setups in Modern Warfare video. I'm sure many of you have been waiting for this. It does take a little bit of time to get the new weapons unlocked with all the best attachments that I'm looking for in this particular game. But we are of course taking a look at the SPR-208 Marksman Rifle, which is the Quickscoper's dream. This is an absolutely fantastic weapon. It's basically just the Kar98K, but better in pretty much every single way in this game. It's so great. One of my favorite weapons right now. I even got a gold just for this video. Just before we do get into talking about the best class setup with this particular weapon here, make sure you hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. Very close to 3,100 subscribers. Again, I do appreciate everybody who does click that subscribe button. And of course, let's just jump straight into our class setup here. So as I said, the SPR-208 is one of the best weapons in the game in my opinion. That marksman rifle tag, just quickscoping everybody, is probably one of the most fun things that you can do in this game right now. Like, just Broadcast is a map that is designed entirely around this style of play. You get those sights up very quickly with this and just blast people away. It's so great. I love it so much. Anyway, we're going to start off with our sidearm perks and grenade choices here as we normally do. We did talk about this a little bit in a video yesterday, so we won't talk about this for too long. Of course, we are looking at those Akimbo M19s. Basically, we want that monolithic suppressor, the XRKL super barrel, the 5mm laser, the lightweight trigger, and the Akimbo perk. The barrel is not super important. The extended barrel is just fine. The L super barrel is also very good. Basically, you just want something to pull up after you maybe get a hit marker on someone. If you aren't accurate at quickscoping or you struggle a little bit at it sometimes, if you get that hit marker, you pull out your pistols at close range and blast people away to pick up those easy kills. Then we want that EOD Ghost and Amped, of course. EOD for that explosive resistance is very important in this game, so you don't just die to random stuff. Ghost, of course, for staying off of those UAVs, and Amped for that faster weapon switch speed, which is really important for the playstyle that we talked about just before, with switching those weapons if we are managing to get hit markers. Then we want the lethally Semtex because the C4 did get nerfed, and that's kind of bad now. Like, you can't throw it anywhere near as far, and there's a beep that delays the actual, like, explosion, so not super great anymore. The Semtex is a fantastic option, though. And then in the tactical slot, we do want that stim shot, basically just because getting an extra chance per life is really fun and powerful in this game. So as I said, the SPR-208 is basically just an upgrade on the Kar98K, just like every single statistic that you could think of. It's just better. Just really great weapon in this game. Of course, you can get a one-shot kill with the right class setup, basically to the body. It's pretty outrageous. Like, you just hit anyone on the body and they'll die with the right class setup. Normally, without these specific rounds that we're going to talk about today, you can get an upper torso kill with a one-shot. With these particular rounds that I'm about to talk about, the .338 Lapua Mag 5-round mags, of course, we do get that bullet velocity, damage range, and then an increase to our damage, which, as I said, does give us that one-shot kill to most of the body, which is pretty wild. Like, very strong option there. Then we move to the tac laser, being able to get that aim down sight speed up nice and quickly for those quick scopes is very nice, and that aiming stability and aim walking steadiness makes it very easy for us to sort of control that weapon sway that it does occur naturally with some of these weapons. Then we want that Solazero SPR 28mm scope, that high power 7x scope for those long distance encounters. Basically, this is such a good option in this game. Basically, you can pull out those sights nice and quickly with these options and just blast people from pretty much any range. Combine that with the XRK SP Light 208 Blitz. Whew, that is a mouthful. Aim walking movement speed, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed are the real great stars of the show here. Aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, very powerful in most weapons, but in particular with a quickscope style class setup, we just want to pull those sights up nice and quickly as we are sprinting and running around and stuff, and this does help us do that. And then lastly, the bolt assembly is an interesting choice here. The Sloan KR600 Feather does give us that rechamber speed. It increases our fire rate to about 70 rounds per minute, up from 50, I believe. It does feel a lot better being able to rechamber this particular weapon fast as it has a bolt action rifle. Being able to like slide that bolt back into the gun a little bit fast is really nice here, and you can get extra shots off when you wouldn't normally expect to. If you've played with this gun without this, you'll notice the difference. Anyway, we are just going to jump into some gameplay here. I probably should have warmed up for this, as I usually say, but we're just going to jump into it here and get some gameplay going. Also, man, look at these goofy ass stats on this gun. You can make the range go literally off the scale. I would have considered that this was like the maximum that you could go. No, but you could apparently go across this line, which is dumb. Mjolstort Tank Factory is an interesting map in this game. It doesn't really feel much like a Call of Duty map, I'm not going to lie. I just get this weird vibe about it, and it feels a bit like a Halo map. Like, it just feels different to some of the other maps in this game. I'm not really sure what it is about this map that makes me feel that way, but I guess it's just like the sort of like semi like identical sides of the map. Like it's got those two sides and it just feels like something that comes out of a Halo map. And then you come into this factory and then it feels like Battlefield. Like there's a Battlefield map that is basically this. And it's a good looking map. Like I'm not going to lie, it's an interesting map for sure. But I don't know, I'm not 100% sold on it. I don't know how I feel about it really. This is going to be one of those videos where I continuously say I should have warmed up and I continue to do nothing about me not warming up. But getting these one-shot kills with these quickscope is, of course, awfully satisfying with this particular weapon. And once you do start hitting these shots, like, this weapon absolutely shreds people. It's so, so good, man. Being able to get those one-shot kills just feels really nice. It's basically a stock upgrade or... No. It's basically just an upgrade over the Kar 98K, which is a really, really good weapon in this game. So just being better than a good weapon in this game, that's pretty good. Like, that's already up there. Fair enough. Bad timing on my part. But yeah, as I said, this is an interesting map. It feels like if you go out into the open, like you're just gonna die. And of course, currently that does have something to do with everybody running around using a marksman rifle as a weapon. Like, they're always looking for those longer lines of sight. So, I mean... it is what it is at the moment, but, I mean, yeah, I kind of like this map sometimes, and then other times I'm like, I can't move without dying, so it's interesting. I'll play this some more, and then I'll make a more informed opinion on it. But yeah, I feel like quickscoping is one of those things that you should warm up for if you're going to make a video on it, because... not gonna lie, it's kinda tough. It is kinda tough to pull off. Like... no, what a... I'm actually annoyed at myself. Like, that's a better shot. Like, yesterday, I was pulling off all these shots, and I'm like, yeah, man, this is the perfect time to make this video. But that was like... 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, it's a bit late. Oh my god. It's a bit late to make a Call of Duty video, especially when... oh, we actually won? Oh. Lol. Alright, we jump into another game because that was very, very short there. Alrighty, so we probably aren't going to include this full game here, but if we hit some nice shots in this game, we hit some nice shots. That's how it goes. Also, I'm not sure if this was in the original map, but like, you can do this, apparently. I did not know that this was a thing that you could do until I watched somebody do it. I was like, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life, and then we miss shots like that. That is the life of this, unfortunately. And I feel like I'm going to say I should have warmed up, oh jeez, like 50 million times in this video, because I really should warm up for something like this, but nah. Who cares? Alright, so if we can control this particular... ooh, hello? No, this is fine. We can just lay down here. Everything is okay. Hopefully they don't chuck a grenade over here. What? What do you mean? How could he see me? Oh, God. Sometimes, I mean, you just get those sights up nice and quickly and get those one-shot kills. I feel like I don't very often get hit markers with this weapon. Like, and that's all you're after with something like this. You just don't want to get hit markers, and that's what this particular ammo set does for you. Like, you don't really ever get hit markers unless you're like arming people or legging them, which, I mean, even if you didn't have the ammo, like, nothing gonna help you if you aren't hitting your shots. So you can have the biggest caliber bullets in the world, but if you aren't hitting those shots, well, I guess it doesn't really matter then, does it? Peek me again. I dare you. Nah, come on. I knew he was coming up behind, but nobody else did anything about it, so I figured I wouldn't have to do anything about it, so... I mean, again, it is what it is. Unfortunate. So we come in here... shoot him through the camera. Nope, he ducked down. Sometimes I'll hit these amazing shots and then people will go like this, and I will be unable to hit a shot on them, and it's... it's a bit of a problem. It's a bit of a problem for me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'll be trying to hit my shots and then somebody will just hit a fat crouch and my game will be over. It's just like, you've completely outplayed me, sir. Well done. So we come through the server room again. We should be able to... yep. He's going up the stairs, boys. Let's get after him. What? Hello? Nah, don't shoot. Let him go. Oh my god. Sometimes I just can't hit my shots. There we go. Alright, so this is where I like to sit on this particular site. This particular hard point, we come over here. Get a nice kill on that guy, destroy his trophy system because move. Shot too high, and there was a guy there. And there's always a guy there. Now, I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that I'm the best quickscoper in the world. I'm really not even any good at it at all, but I mean, this weapon makes me feel like I am, and that's all I really care about. Like, all you're after is a good aim down sight speed, which I wasn't really expecting to get with the damage that you get with this particular weapon. Like, you don't expect to get that kind of combination. The aim down sight speed and the damage you get is just great. Like, you very rarely get hit markers with this unless you like leg people, which is... Oh, I'm not playing very well. Which is basically perfect. I mean, this is not a very good game, but I mean, it is what it is. The first game was actually better in terms of the shots we hit, but I mean, it ended, so how good could it really be? Alright, we'll have our final thoughts on this in just a second. Alrighty, so as is of course very standard, as soon as we turn on the camera, boys, like, the kills and the skills just go straight out the window. Anyway, this is of course the SPR 208 and it is a straight upgrade over the Kar 98K. I don't want to see any more Kar 98K slander in the chat. That's a good weapon, but this is basically just better. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this one. We will be back with more of the best class setups in the game very, very soon, of course. Taking a look at the new AS Val Assault Rifle very, very soon once I have unlocked all the attachments for it. And if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on, because it does really help me out and I do very much appreciate it. I will see you in the next one. Bye!